Okay, Jennifer and I were invited by Mike and Cheryl Butters to be their guest at Bed and Trains, which is a bed and breakfast in Tehachapi. Come up and spend the weekend up there. So Saturday afternoon we're headed up to Tehachapi, and we're on Woodford Tehachapi Road. Too far away right now for you to probably see. Straight to the, or off, and now off to the left up there, and now straight ahead. There's a train on the loop right now. I certainly can't see now. And there, now you can see there's the rear helpers of that train right alongside us there. That is the approach to the loop. You can see the cars up above that way on the loop. It crosses under itself right there to our left. That is Tunnel 9. There's the access road to the loop there. Woo! And there is the loop overlook. So if you're driving through, it's really crowded today. So if you're gonna come up here, that parking lot there is full. There's another place you can park right here. You can pull off. You can actually walk off that way and get a different look at the loop. Nobody cares if you're back there. Don't make messes. Go back there with a soda pop or a can of beer. Bring it out with you. There is the exit to Quintessential's Air BnB there where that caboose was. But yeah, the loop, sometimes it gets really crowded, so be aware that there are pedestrians, and if you are there, be aware that there's traffic, and sometimes people aren't paying attention like I do. See the train down there below us. Head into the train that was on the loop. He's approaching where the west end of Marcel used to be, and I have shot some videos from down there. This little turnout here is in my access video. It will be. That's a pretty cool place to turn out. Look down where the train comes out of Tunnel 10. There's a set of intermediate signals down there, and they do make a lot of meets right down there. Off to the right, or the left, I'm sorry, you can see that place with the green building. That's Les Combs' place, and he has the caboose. And the video I did with the N-scale model railroad inside the caboose. Jennifer and I were hoping for some snow or something when we came up here, but as they predicted with the El Nino year, looks like it's going to be a warm winter. It is 64 degrees right now. It might be a couple degrees cooler up in Tehachapi. We're still about, I don't know, we're still a few hundred feet below Tehachapi, but it isn't going to be much cooler up there. Popular road for motorcyclists and bicyclists, so always be aware of that. If you're driving up this road, stay to your lane, because a lot of times they don't. is where the back nine used to be of the golf course. To the left here is where it's a water treatment lake now, but it used to be a lake you could fish in, go put little rowboats in and stuff. Country Club was right there to the left. Front nine was here to the left. This motel wasn't here when we moved up here. They built that in the late 60s or early 70s. And then we lived, and this where the stable is right here. Looks a lot different now. The house looks a lot different and everything. But this is where we lived when we moved up here in 1969. This road was just a little two-lane road, and it wasn't paved beyond right here. This was the last house that was on it where it was paved, and these roads were all dirt roads, and none of these houses were here. This was all empty. It hadn't been property hadn't been sold yet. There wasn't one house over here. Well, we just pulled in, and our first train is already coming up. That is Cable. That is looking back down toward Bakersfield. So, yeah, let's go say hi to Mike and Cheryl and get checked in. All right, well, this is the view from Tehachapi Bed and Trains. Highway 58 over there, as you saw in a minute ago, looking down at Cable. And that is looking back towards Golden Hills. This is really a cool little place. Got the little, some cool photography. It's got a nice TV, living room here. And they have, for your perusal, books.
Library.
I got some there, and then this is the sleeping quarters, and there are some other cool books. More photography. Let you sleep looking that way. And looking right out at Cable. When that train was going by, Jennifer said, "Is it going to be like that all night?" And I said, "Yeah, but at least they're not honking their horns." And about that time they honked their horn. Well, we got another UP coming up through Cable here. Amazingly, I mean, you can hear the power as it comes up here. You can hear the noise really well, but when you go in there and close that door, it's quiet in there. There's a crossing about a quarter of a mile up here behind us. It's just a little railroad dirt crossing, but they still have to sound their horn. And with the door closed, you can't hear that either. Also, there is the Tehachapi Live Train Cam from cable. Those of you who don't know, Mike and Cheryl are the ones who started the Tehachapi Live Train Cams, and they were responsible for all the installations, selecting the I guess you call them moderators, the people who look after it regularly, move the cameras around and whatnot. Got a westbound or northbound if you must. Going through here, it's about dusk. It is about 10 minutes till 6 in the evening. So in a little over 4 hours, we have seen, this is the 10th train that has gone by. And only the second westbound. Unless a westbound got by, they don't make a lot of noise, but you can still hear them rumbling. And we've been sitting in the living room of this thing ever since we got here, right now watching the Arlington Supercross. Our friends Dave and Michelle Brigden from Trona are coming over to meet us for dinner at Jake's Steakhouse. Keeps losing focus, getting dark, and there's too many other things for it to see, but that's pretty cool shot there. It was a little windy earlier, but the wind has stopped. No helper on the rear of this one. But yeah, the wind has stopped, and it's chilly. If I'd take a guess, I'd say it's probably 45 degrees maybe. And inside, we have a little radiator type heater. Keeps it comfy in there. And Mike and Cheryl have said that if it gets too cold, they will turn the thermostat up, but I don't think get to that. There's plenty of blankets in there to cover up under, and I don't get cold easily. Jennifer's in there bundled up right now watching TV. So, yeah. All right. 10th train in a little over 4 hours. All right, well, it is about 6:30 in the morning, and we woke up and the train decided to show up and be part of the video. As the rear helper, Jennifer pointed out that if I would turn off my box fan, you could probably hear the train. I sleep with a box fan on every night. I have for years, so I don't notice it sometimes. Okay, I opened the window for everybody that likes to hear the train, the power. So yeah, you open the window, you can really hear it. Morning, babe.
Morning.
I'm sure she wants me to shut the window. I'm not cold, but she is. Proof that the track inspectors do inspect the track 7 days a week. All right, well, I am here with Mike and Cheryl Butters. Mike and Cheryl operate the Bed and Trains Air BnB. And we were at the depot earlier today, and Marlon said something about the breakfast, and I said, no, this isn't a bed and breakfast, this is a bed and trains. You got to fend for yourself. But anyway, they're the ones that operate all this, so why don't you two, where are you both from originally?
I'm from Orange County, originally.
I am from, born and raised in Manhattan Beach.
Manhattan Beach?
Mm-hmm. Just south of LAX.
Oh, surfer boy.
Yep, I was.
And how did you end up in Tehachapi?
Well, I wound up here just for the commute to Bakersfield years ago. And then...
I'd been coming up here forever, ever since I was a kid, and it was just time to get out of the city. And this was the perfect place to go.
And so you have always been a rail fan?
Yeah.
And you haven't?
No. No, I have not.
That's cool.
She is now. She's a more rail fan than I am.
I remember I did live on Rose before, which is a cul-de-sac that
That's right above the cable crossover.
Yeah. And this is before Mike. And it was like, oh, those trains. It was not a good thing.
When you moved into this house, did you have any plans of doing the bed and breakfast thing?
No. So when we moved here, we were actually buying the house, selling my house, and Mike and I weren't married yet but had plans. And so the person we were buying the house from, she was buying a house and her house fell through. So she let us live in the downstairs area while she was still living up here. So the downstairs area is where the Airbnb is. And she was still up here until she was able to get another house. And so that's kind of what gave us the idea later, after these cameras started getting popular, was to, oh, well, let's do an Airbnb. You know, let's do something with that area downstairs and people can come and watch the trains.
So that came after the live train cams?
Oh, yeah.
Also, if you watch the Tehachapi Live Train Cams, Mike and Cheryl are the ones who got that going. And they have the whole ball of wax here. They have all of them up there.
Operation Central.
Yeah, yeah. This is it's like NASA. What gave you the idea for the live train cams?
So Mike's family is into trains, so when we moved here and had the view of the trains, we actually just tried to do it with a night owl with a security camera, with one of our, because there's like 8. And so we put one off the back to hopefully they could tap in, but it was impossible to do. They couldn't tap in. So then we wound up getting a cheap Amazon camera and trying to get them to be able to tap into that way, but that didn't work. And so we just put it on YouTube so they could look at it on YouTube, which caused other people to start viewing it. And then they started saying, oh, we need a better camera. And then they started donating to getting a better camera, and that's how it just all took off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's very popular. If you haven't seen the Tehachapi Live Train Cams on YouTube, just search Tehachapi Live Train Cams. There are 5 of them. And they run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and there's no telling what you might see on one of those things. I'm just going to ask this about both of them, about the Airbnb and the Live Train Cam. Are they as successful or more successful? Did you guys have any idea that it would become what it has become?
I remember when we first did this one, and we had 100 subscribers. And I talked to Shark. This is crazy.
There's 100 people.
100 people are looking at this.
And how many subscribers do you have now?
What, 28,000
I
or something?
think it's close to 28, give or take. Either way, I'm not sure which, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was pretty exciting.
And as far as the Airbnb, has that worked out as well as you thought it would, or?
Everybody seems to enjoy it. Who's stayed down there? No one's really had anything bad.
I cannot. If somebody complained about that, that's like Mom used to say. Some people would complain if they were hanged with a new rope. And you folks, you saw what that looked like down there. That place is spectacular, and there's such great hosts too. For Jennifer and myself, say hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
We have had a really good time this whole weekend. We needed to get away for a few days. Mike and Cheryl invited us up here a while back, and we finally we're going to be here at the same time. They invited us up on a weekend that they weren't going to be here, and I didn't want to do that because I wanted to get you guys involved in this, because this is spectacular, and it's all because of you guys, all the effort and the labor you put into this, and it really shows on the train cams as well as the Airbnb. And we've been up. I told them earlier I'd come up, and I told Jennifer the interview would take 5 minutes. How long have we been here now? 2 hours?
And I honestly did not know you guys had so many cameras.
Oh,
I honestly
cool.
did not know that. That is amazing.
Oh.
I did not know you guys had 5 different cameras.
Well, I really want to put one at the tunnels. I really want to put one just right out there that's going to face and be able to see most of the tunnels.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be really
Oh
cool
yeah, the
too.
tunnels would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be
The
really
tunnels
cool.
would be really neat.
Yeah.
All right. I guess the last thing is, do you have anything that you would like to say to the viewers, or?
Just, we think Mark's pretty awesome. I love watching his videos just because it teaches me about trains, because I didn't know anything about trains. But as far as the Airbnb and the trains cams, we just love doing it. It's just for fun, and we just really enjoy it. We enjoy meeting new people. We enjoy chatting with other people. We enjoy just being able to have the moderators that we have that really keep the cameras going.
They're
And
great.
it's just fun stuff.
Without them, we couldn't do it.
Yeah, lots of fun.
And if you don't know, Mike and Cheryl, they operate the system, but the moderators are the ones, when you see the cameras going different places and zooming in, the moderators are the ones that take care of all that.
Yes.
And they seem to have some pretty good ones. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting us up. Wow.
Come anytime. You're welcome anytime.
We'll definitely come again.
Oh, good.
Thank you very much.
When it heats up down in the valley, come on up.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Open those windows.
All right. Thanks. Train of the stay. All right, well, that will conclude the weekend at the Bed and Trains Airbnb in Tehachapi, hosted by our friends Mike and Cheryl Butters. It was a great time. You saw all the cool scenery that you can see around here, the trains, the drives. Mojave's only 20 minutes away. The Butters are just spectacular hosts. They're great people. So if you're going to be in the area and you want to spend a couple of days watching trains, the place is immaculate. You saw that. It's been a really cool time. I should have done this a long time ago. But if you're going to be here, I highly recommend it. What do you think, babe?
I highly recommend it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tagging along. Keep shooting me the ideas. Drop in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you all later.